Chapter 79. Four generals in captivity at Chuanyang Pass. The following day, Wang Bao challenged the Zhou army directly. Jiang Ziya sent Ne Jia to the front. The two fought for several rounds before Wang Bao decided to make the first move. But Wang's thunderbolt had no effect on Ne Jia, as his body was made from lotus flowers. Ne Jia threw out his universal ring and hit Wang Bao on the head. Wang fell to the ground, and Ne Jia cut his head off with a single slash. Just as Shu Gai was about to surrender to Jiang Ziya, it was reported that a monk wished to see him. When the monk was escorted in, Shu Gai asked, "Dear monk, what can I do for you?" "Commander, you know that my disciple, Pang Xin, was killed by thunderbolt, and I have to come here to avenge him. May I know your honorable name, sir?" "Fa Jie," was the reply. Shu Gai invited Fa Jie to take the seat of honor. The next day, Fa Jie went to the Zhou camp demanding Jiang Ziya. Jiang led all his disciples out to meet him. The monk had a glaring gold ring around his head, and he wore a black gown embroidered with a white crane. Jiang Ziya spurred his nondescript horse forward and said, "Please tell me your name. I know who you are. I'm Fa Jie of Penglai Island. Pang Xin was my disciple, so I've come to see Thunderbolt. Please send him forward." Thunderbolt answered furiously, "You damned monk. Here I am." He flew up to attack with his gold cudgel, but after 4 or 5 rounds, Fa Jie took out a pennant and waved it before him. Thunderbolt fell on the ground, unconscious. He was immediately bound up by Shu Gai's soldiers and taken away. "We must get Jiang Ziya today." Fa Jie roared, "How dare you hurt my brother with sorcery?" Ne Jia shouted angrily. He stabbed at Fa Jie with his fire-tip lance, and Fa Jie waved his pennant as before. But to his complete surprise, Ne Jia remained standing firmly on his wind-fire wheels. Seeing the monk's consternation, Ne Jia threw up his universal ring and knocked Fa Jie to the ground. Ne Jia stabbed at him, but it was already too late, as Fa Jie was able to escape on a dust cloud. Fa Jie returned to the pass and was met by Shu Gai. "I'm sorry to see you wounded, master," he said to the monk. "Oh, never mind. I used my weapon in the wrong place. I couldn't hurt Ne Jia with my pennant because he was born from the Pearl Spirit and is soulless." Fa Jie replied. He took out a pill and swallowed it to restore his health. "Bring Thunderbolt here," Fa Jie ordered. He took out the pennant and turned it from right to left 2 times to bring Thunderbolt. "Because of you, I was hit by Ne Jia." Fa Jie swore wrathfully. He ordered, "Push him out and cut his head off." Shu Gai stopped him and said, "Since you are here to help me, you should not kill him. I'll escort him to Zhaoge with the others. Let His Majesty try him so as to prove our merit." Shu Gai intended to join the Zhou dynasty, so he tricked Fa Jie with this lie to save Thunderbolt's life. "You are right, Commander." Fa Jie agreed. The next day, Fa Jie challenged again, and Jiang Ziya rode out on his nondescript horse to fight him with his sword. After several rounds, Li Jing ran up to help Jiang Ziya, and Jia had time to toss up his staff for beating gods. But it was absolutely useless against Fa Jie, who was not on the list of creations. The staff was easily taken by Fa Jie. Jiang Ziya was very upset to lose his staff for beating gods. Just then, Earth Traveler Sung arrived with fresh food supplies, and seeing Fa Jie with the staff, he shouted, "Look, here I come." The dwarf struck at him with a long iron cudgel, and Fa Jie hit back with his sword. It was not long before Yang Jian arrived and joined in as well. When Zheng Lin galloped forward to attack Fa Jie, Jiang Ziya happily left the combat circle and ordered the beating of drums to encourage his generals. Fa Jie had no chance to use his witchcraft, and before long, he was hit by Earth Traveler Sun. When he tried to flee, Zheng Lin instantly gave out 2 columns of white light. Fa Jie fell to the ground and was taken by the Crow soldiers. Fearing that Fa Jie would run away, Jiang Ziya stamped some spells on his head, and they all returned to camp. Jiang praised the 3 convoy officers. Then he ordered his men to bring Fa Jie before him. Fa Jie shouted in his face, "Jiang Ziya, you need not say a word to me. I had destined bad luck today. A great man, experienced through many storms on the sea, has been taken captive by a small potato. This must be the will of heaven. You may deal with me according to military law as quickly as possible. If you knew the will of heaven, why didn't you surrender earlier?" Jiang Ziya asked, then ordered his guard, "Take him out and cut his head off at once." As Fa Jie was being taken out, a Buddha appeared, singing, "Forgetting what is good and what is bad, caring not about glory, wealth, or poverty, to eat when hungry and drink when thirsty. Let fortunes and misfortunes float about, quietly in meditation on a straw cushion. Devils induce you, out of your caution. Why do you oppose the kind and good king, and meet the sword in this vulgar world?" The Buddha then shouted, "Mercy! Mercy! Save that life beneath the sword. Tell your commander that Kandi is here to see him." Jiang Ziya and his disciples went out to meet Kandi at the camp gate. Kandi said, "Excuse me, I won't go in, but I have something important to beg you. Fa Jie is not on the list of creations. He is predestined to our religion. I beg you to have mercy on him." "How dare I disobey your instructions, master?" Jiang Ziya said, and immediately ordered, "Set Fa Jie free at once." Kandi held Fa Jie by the arm, singing, "So quiet and tranquil is the happy Westland. Bright moon, pleasant air, and mild wind. White clouds lead the auspicious light. Water sounds sweetly to please the mountain. Apes call, birds chirp, and flowers bloom. By the linden way the orchids grow. Pine trees sweep away the smoke. Bamboo branches flirt with pretty phoenixes. A merry land in the forest of 7 treasures. A quiet pond of 8 virtues. The distant cliff as a screen. The winding stream flows like music. Cerberus flowers give off fragrance. Buddhist relics shine brightly everywhere. Mount Kunlun has all things wonderful, but ours are the most supreme." Fa Jie was thus converted into Buddhism and, bidding farewell to all, he followed Kandi to the west. He became a prince of a small state, and then a prominent Buddha. He returned to China during the Han Dynasty to develop Buddhism. Xu Gai, having been informed that Fa Jie was taken captive, set Thunderbolt free. He left the pass and went to the Zhou camp to surrender. Xu Gai wanted to join us long ago, but he was hindered by some of his generals. He has now come to hand over the pass and is waiting outside the gate for your order." Thunderbolt reported to Jiang Ziya. Jiang invited him in and welcomed him to join their forces. They then marched into the pass and Jiang sent for King Wu. When he arrived, His Highness said happily, "General Xu has done a great deed by peacefully surrendering the pass." Jiang Ziya ordered that the whole army advance to Chuanyun Pass. The garrison commander there was Xu Fang, the younger brother of Xu Gai. Learning of his brother's surrender, Xu Fang angrily swore, "You damned fool! Why do you disregard the safety of your parents, wife, and children?" He announced to his generals, "It is unfortunate that my elder brother, ignoring the safety of his parents and relatives, has rebelled against His Majesty to seek riches and power. We are guilty and our whole family is liable to be punished with death. We must do our best to capture the rebels and thus seek forgiveness from His Majesty." "Don't worry, Commander. I'll take their leader to show that we are loyal and to enable your family to live in peace," said Long Enji, the vanguard general. The following day, Jiang Ziya asked, "Who would like to challenge first?" "Commander. The garrison commander is my younger brother. We need neither bows nor arrows. I'll go and persuade him to join us." Xu Gai volunteered. If you can achieve this, you will be remembered for generations. Jiang Ziya said with a smile of satisfaction. Shu Gai approached the pass and shouted, "Open the gate." The guards dared not open the gate on their own. They ran to the headquarters and reported, "Commander, your elder brother has arrived. What shall we do?" "Open the gate," Xu Fang said happily. He ordered his executioners to hide on either side of the court. When his brother entered, Xu Fang roared, "Guards, grab him!" In a wink, the executioners rushed out from both sides of the court and bound up Shu Gai. "You damned rebel! You've humiliated our ancestors and disregarded our family. The spirit of our ancestors must have sent you here today to save the whole Shu family from extermination." Xu Fang yelled at him. Shu Gai swore back at him. "You're a damned fool. Can't you see that the whole kingdom has joined Zhou? How can you stand against the great army? Look at Su Hu and Huang Feihu, if you wish to be a loyal minister. And what about Hong Jin and Deng Zhougong? I'm not afraid of death, but I'm sure there will be someone to revenge me." Xu Fang ordered. "Send this bloody fool to jail. I'll take him to Zhaoge with King Wu and Jiang Ziya later." Xu Fang then asked his generals, "Who would like to take the first combat?" "I will, Commander," answered Ma Zhong, the vanguard general. Ma Zhong rode to the pass and challenged the Zhou army. Jiang Ziya sighed. "Woe to Shu Gai? What else can we do?" He sent Ne Jia out to meet the challenge. Ne Jia got on his wind-fire wheels and rushed outside, where he saw Ma Zhong dressed in red robe and gold armor. The two clashed bitterly. Finding Ne Jia to be highly talented, Ma Zhong thought, "If I don't get him first, all will be lost." He opened his mouth, and a column of black smoke gushed out, making both himself and his horse invisible. Ne Jia immediately flew up, and with a shake, transformed himself into his second shape. When Ma Zhong lost sight of Ne Jia, he abandoned his black smoke and turned toward the pass. But then he heard Ne Jia shouting from behind. "Don't run away, Ma Zhong. Here I come again." Ma Zhong was nearly frightened to death when he saw Ne Jia with his 3 heads, 8 arms, and indigo face. He ran away as quickly as possible, but Ne Jia took out his 9-dragon divine fire coverlet and covered him up. He then clapped his hands, and the 9 dragons burned Ma Zhong into ashes. Xu Fang swore in anger to hear the news of his general's death, but Long Anji comforted him and volunteered to go out the next day. Huang Feihu rode out on his divine ox to meet Long Anji. Long Anji shouted, "Who is that coming?" "I'm Prince Huang Feihu." "Oh, that is you, Huang Feihu. You rebelled against the Shang dynasty and have created all this trouble. I must take you captive today." Long roared. Long Anji attacked Huang Feihu, and Huang resisted with his lance. Long Anji thought, "I won't waste any time fighting with him." He took something from his silk bag and threw it up into the air. It tinkled sweetly like music. Long shouted, "Huang Feihu, look at my miraculous weapon." Huang Feihu looked up, and in a moment, fell from his saddle. He was taken captive and led before Xu Fang. "You are a damned fool. You forsook your old master." Xu Fang swore. He ordered, "Take him away and put him in jail." When Huang was brought in, Shu Gai came up to comfort him. "My wicked brother is stupid and relies only on his sorcery. I'm sorry that you have also been caught in his net." Huang Feihu nodded and sighed without saying a word. Xu Fang held a feast for Long Anji, and Long rode out again the next day. Hong Jin rode out to the front, and when he saw Long Anji, who used to be a general under his command, he said, "Long Anji, why don't you dismount and greet your old commander?" "Oh, Hong Jin, you needn't talk so much," Long Anji said, smiling coldly. After only a few rounds, Long Anji threw up his 2 rings, which spun around and tinkled together in the air. They were called the paralyzing rings. because when they played over in the air, anyone below, either seeing them or hearing them, would fall to the ground senseless. Bones were dislocated, muscles paralyzed, limbs numbed, and the whole body was disabled. Hong Jin fell from his horse and was carried to the pass a captive. When he recovered, Hong Jin thought, "I never knew he had that weapon when he was under my command." Xu Fang ordered his men to put Hong Jin in jail. Huang Feihu could only groan when he saw the next captured general. When Nan Gongquo was taken captive the next day, Jiang Ziya began to worry. Nijia saw this and said, "Let me meet him and find out what sort of sorcery he's using." Please read the next chapter to find out what happened next.